Welcome to the Tiffany Micah podcast. What we do here is build the strength and courage in you to accomplish your big dreams and goals in your sport. No longer will you feel limited. You won't feel you're not good enough. You won't question whether you will make it. Those doubts will disappear because you will have the competitive edge over your opponents and leave them in your wake. And the bonus is others will notice. Listen up and take notes because I will show you exactly how to do it. Hey there, Tiff here. Welcome to the Tiffany Micah podcast. If you have been coming along on the journey with the episodes to help improve you in your sport, fantastic. Welcome back. If you are new, welcome. It's going to be a journey for you as well. And just make sure that you apply what I'm sharing with you because it's all designed to help you. So more than ever, I believe that this is a time that you must redefine your habits that will help you strive forward rather than having habits that, leave you floundering, they leave you in fear, they leave you in anxiety, they leave you in that feeling of stress, they leave you in feeling sad, they even, you get to a point where you even feel like you're going into some form of depression. And before I continue on with regards to that, if you are suffering from depression, please seek professional help. Most important that you do that because when you go and seek professional help, you will get the tools and strategies to work through and overcome what you're actually going through. So even though what I share with you and so on, I am not a counsellor. So just make sure that if you are suffering from some form of depression, go and get some professional advice, okay, from someone that can do that for you. But I don't want you floundering. And like I've said before in the previous striving in lockdown episodes, it has been easy to stop. It has been easy to give up. It has been easy to not work, not train. It has been easy to not do anything. And we're starting to come out of lockdown, right? So even though these lockdown series is all about, that feeling of when you are locked down, we're starting to come out of it, but you still need to apply what I'm going to share with you today, okay? Because when what we've been experiencing in lockdown, we feel that our purpose of what we do, and in our case it's our sport, is taken away from us. We feel like we've lost control because we no longer have that feeling that we can control in our sport. We no longer have that feeling that we can have that control in our lives because what we know, it doesn't exist. Or hasn't existed. It's starting to come back, but it hasn't existed for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months. But what I'm saying to you today, and what I want you to apply, is that you can take the control back in your life because we are starting to come out of lockdown. The restrictions are being alleviated throughout the world in some form. And it's easy to keep going with the habits that you've already developed, possibly in the last few weeks, maybe 6, maybe 8 weeks, maybe 3 months, because we've been in a more confined environment. And I want to share with you some habits that would not be benefiting you, because this is what happens when we feel like the control's taken away from us. So some habits that you may have been doing in the last few weeks, couple of months: going to bed later than normal, sleeping in, eating junk food a lot more, drinking sugary drinks, not training, not practicing, not working on your mindset, not focused on your goals, generally being a bit lazy. And those habits have most likely developed because we've simply been told, you know what, stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Stay safe. So what's happened is that some of us have treated it more like a holiday, some time out. And like I always say, time out is always good. But the thing is when we get into holiday mode, what happens is we get into those habits like I've just mentioned, the going to bed later than normal, the sleeping in, the junk food, the sugary drinks, the not training, the not practicing, not working on your mindset, not focused on your goals. And you tend to repeat those habits when you go into that sort of experience in the sense of holiday, taking time out. And I've been talking to athletes about this, and the ones that I've been in regular conversations with, you know what they're going to be able to do? They're going to crush it when they come back out. They're going to crush it when they compete. And this is simply because they haven't allowed the restrictions of staying at home hold them back. They've kept going. They've stayed focused on their path. And I'm going to give you an example here. Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca's from Ireland. She's a kickboxer, and we've been in regular contact. And you know what she's really doing right now? Rebecca, I hope you don't mind me saying this. But what she's doing right now is she's heavily focused on improving her technique. She's heavily focused on improving her fitness. She's heavily focused on improving her killer mindset. And you know why she's doing that? Because she knows that most of her potential opponents won't be grinding it out like she is. She knows that she has the advantage over her potential opponents because she stayed focused on her path. And she wants to be a world champion. And I've seen some of her fights. And I'll tell you, she takes no prisoners. I don't want to be in the ring with her. And she just gets on with it. And what I've seen from her fights is that when she sees that opportunity, she takes that. And that's what she says. When I see an opportunity, she just goes for it. So just like right now, she's been in lockdown like everyone else. But she's seen it as an opportunity to improve herself in every way she can as a fighter. And because she knows that once it's time to get back in the ring, she knows that she'll be so far ahead and crush her opponents because she's focused on her goals. She's been focused on her training. She's been focused on her practice. She's been focused on her mindset. She's been focused on her habits. And I will tell you, and Rebecca, I can't wait for this. I cannot wait to be sitting ringside watching you competing in the World Championship. Not only in the, just competing, I can't wait to see you win it and become world champion. And I look forward to that day. Because she knows what she's doing. She knows where she wants to go. She's not letting anything hold her back. Right? So she's not distracted by what's going on the outside world. She's focused on what she's got to do and what she wants to accomplish. That's what champions do. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about your habits that you currently have during lockdown. Have you developed those habits that I've mentioned earlier? Have you gone into that holiday or vacation mode? Are you going to bed later than you normally would? Are you sleeping in? Are you eating more junk food? It's easy to do. Are you not practicing? Are you not training? Are you not focused on your goals? Are you not working on your mindset? It's going to be harder for you to come back if you have allowed that to happen. But I don't want you to write yourself either. I don't want you to write yourself off either. Because you haven't lost. It's just that you've been distracted. And I want you just to be aware that you've let yourself slide and it's time to come back and refocus. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to, number one, identify all the habits that you have developed in lockdown. Everything, just all the habits. And then what I want you to do for number two is for each habit, I want you to ask this question. Does this habit move me closer or further away from my goal? And if the answer is further away, then what you need to be doing is eliminating that habit. If the answer is closer, then you keep doing that habit. And number 3, what are new habits that you could implement that could get you closer to your goal? So what are some things that you could do? So I'll give you some examples. Starting the day with success. How could you start the day with success? What habits could you do? Well, you could do some training, couldn't you? You could practice. You could work on your mindset. You could plan out your day and your week. You could write out your goals for what you want to accomplish each day. You could work on drills that you should be implementing each day. Technical, mental, physical. Those are some of the things that you could do. And I actually cover this in much greater detail, step by step, on how you do that in the Get Focused Academy. So if you haven't seen the Get Focused Academy, come and join the Successful Athlete Masterclass. I want you to go through that. And if you just go to tiffanymica.com/Sam, as in SAM, then you can get much deeper detail and I can show you the path on what you actually need to be doing. However, it's time to get working on these 3 actions. Okay, number 1, identify all the habits that you have developed in lockdown. Number 2, for each habit, ask the question, does this habit move me closer or further away from my goal? And number 3, what habits can you implement that will get you closer to your goal? So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love it if you could share with me what you like best about what you heard. If you have friends that you know that would benefit from these episodes, please share these episodes with your friends, because we want to build the successful athlete community as big as we possibly can. So I want you to dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. Take care. Talk soon. Before you go, do you have a free copy of my book, Focus: How to Reach Potential in Sport, Business and Life? To get your free copy, go to tiffanymica.com/free book. Look forward to seeing you there. Dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams.